Hello guys, welcome to the Trading Titans podcast. I hope you guys are having a good day and looking forward to the weekend. I know I am. Today I'm going to be talking about trading inefficiency, which is what you're going to see. So you're going to get the opportunity to see some live trades, right, that I did this week. And yeah, it should be awesome. Looking at today's quote. Your mind will take the shape of what you frequently hold in thought, for the human spirit is colored by such impressions. Marcus Aurelius. Now, for those of you guys who are thinking that doing quotes are stupid, now there's a reason I do quotes, right? And it's trading is largely, you hear people talk about trading is largely psychology, trading is largely psychology, but no one can seem to break the psychology. Well, the reason being, it's the state of mind, right? It's the state of mind that we come into the game with, right? So from my point of view, right, and this has been very instrumental to me through my time and through my career as a trader. It's not been easy. As a consequence, I've had to develop a positive mental spirit, right? I couldn't do any of the things I'm doing if I didn't have a positive mental spirit, right? And that's important, right? So it's not just Marcus Aurelius. It's like so many people through time. Nightingale, what's this? Anyway, forget about it. This other dude who's quite famous philosopher, and of course now Marcus Aurelius. All these guys come up with a very simple quote, which is, look, you are the sum total of your own thoughts, right? It's put it that way. So if you think negatively, you're gonna get a negative result all the time. You're just going to be negative and you're never going to succeed, right? So if you're looking at this right now and you're thinking, oh, this is stupid, no, you're having a negative feeling, you're lost already. It's game over. If you can't have an open mind and you can't be positive, it's done. Like, forget about it. Just do something else. It's no point. Absolutely 0 points. There's no chance you succeed. I can actually guarantee it. It's like one of the few things in life I can guarantee is that you're not going to succeed. So having a positive mental approach is really, really important in trading more than anything else. I mean, you can go to the office at the end of the day. Maybe I don't know what you do for a living. Maybe you're a recruitment consultant. Maybe you are, I don't know, a chemist or biologist, and you can afford to go into the office feeling like a little negative, sitting down drinking coffee and think, I just need to get home tonight. I'm just had it, right? But you cannot do that in trading. You just can't. It's impossible. Anyway, let's move on and let's get to the exciting stuff. Hi guys, executing a similar trade on dollar zloty. Again, I'm looking for a trade in a gap in value. Why do I look for these? Because they're market inefficiencies. It means that this market isn't being, in effect, curated properly. So what I'm looking for, in other words, is an opportunity to come into this market and actually get a more optimal position. Again, if a market's inefficient from an economic standpoint, we should return to equilibrium. So that inefficiency has to get dealt with. So this is more of a statistical concept. So it's more rooted in more deep kind of economics and finance rather than your sort of run-of-the-mill type trading. Again, these concepts you get used to over time, and in order to be able to see them, you have to be able to have access to the profile, right? You can't see them on any other chart, okay? So you'll be wasting your time if you're trying to figure out any other way to see a market inefficiency, right? So if you're looking at the profile, you can see that. So I'm putting a short on dollar zloty with a view that we're going to trade the gap. If possible, we get the point of control. Well, that's fine. That's an idea that I'm exploring. And again, guys, if you want to know how to risk manage against these and how you want to sort of manage your positions, then look at the client room, and that should give you a very good idea on how to do this. If you got any questions, guys, just shoot me an email or leave comments on the website, and I will be sure to review those comments and get back to you. Any questions, any other type of questions, feel free to shoot them across to us as well. But for now, I'm going to maintain the short side. So this trade is already technically turning a profit, right? We'll see how it goes, and I'll update you guys so you can see the power of trading market inefficiency. Okay, so this is the 31st of October. So catching up with the dollar zloty trade. Again, we're looking at trading market inefficiency here. So this is a gap in value. So for anybody who's looking at market profile right now and thinking about this in terms of a gap in value, that's what we're trying to trade. It is a market inefficiency, which means that it will always show up from time to time. And when it does, those inefficiencies will get traded. So they're actually perfect trades to kind of do and sit in the middle, and you can make a very quick decision around them. All right, so the idea is about getting trading done very quickly, and you not spending a lot of time trying to figure out where the market's going to be or where it's not going to be, and spending hours on end, and you're still coming up with a very poor results, right? So the idea is to get you guys trading quickly with a very easy and understandable format. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with market profile, I hope you continue with the Trading Times podcast and you sort of build a better picture. And if you really want to get down and grind your way into it, if you go to the vault, you would find we have the TPO chart, which is available for MT4. So again, we put a lot of trouble in getting this done for MT4. It's available on Ninja, Sierra, and CQG, but it's not available for MetaTrader. The brokers don't like it. They lose a lot of money. It's not good for business, right? So anyway, we've gone through the trouble of doing it. So if you want to pick it up, just go to the vault section of the website and then purchase TPO. It's really cheap, really affordable, so it's not going to cost you guys an arm and a leg. Hopefully you appreciate what we're doing here, and we can actually show you guys that it's very, very possible to trade, make money, at the same time not put too much time into it, okay? There's a lot of myths out there, and we're hell-bent on debunking them, right? So this is our dollar zloty trade. Again, I think this is a gap in value trade, so it's going to run away, right? So I'm just putting it on right now. So again, this trade is significantly in profit. So for those of you who are just looking at the Euro Dollar podcast, right? So you know, I'm pretty positive at this stage that I'm going to be looking at about a grand in about a couple of days, right? So we talked about this trade on Monday. It's a bit of up and down at the moment, but this is a weekly profile, so it's about planning ahead, all right, and executing, and then you can go off. I've analyzed this. I've spent less than 20 minutes the entire week around this stuff, okay? Of course I've got more experience, but I've spent less than 20 minutes, and when I finish this recording, I'm about to hop off and do something else more exciting than sit and watch this chart. So again, you can see the target level. I've kept risk management out of the picture. Again, if you're interested in risk management, you should sign up to the client room, okay? And then we'll show you the best way to do this, so you don't put your stops everywhere and you get triggered, and this is all pointless, right? So this is what we expect of dollar zloty. It's been a bit of a jump around, but it's normal for the zloty. And the good news is that both the trades are in profit, and we are looking potentially at some serious downside, right? So it's possible that we may break into new value, but I'm not really anticipating that now, and I'm not going to get into that discussion right now. So let's just focus on the value, on the gap in value, which is a market inefficiency. It's one of the easiest trades you can do with market profile. It takes less than 10 minutes when you see one of these to execute the trade and have full confidence that there's a 80% probability your trade is going to work out, right? So I'm just teaching you guys how to play the way the big boys play, right? And you know, start thinking beyond your candlesticks, beyond whatever else you're seeing out there that you think works, or whoever you like who's doing it, basically. Any questions, guys? Let me know. And hopefully the next time I tune on to this, I can show you guys where we're trading now, and hopefully this trade should be done and dusted, okay? So we're K period, 31st of October. It's a 4-hour rotation, weekly profile, guys. Alright, so again, I'm covering dollar zloty. Right, so as you can see, I've been short dollar zloty for the week. I'm hoping to finish the week at 362. So it should be a good week all in all. One of the things I wanted to show you guys was that actually, it's 2nd of November, by the way. But actually, we came really close to my target initially. So I would arguably, a weaker person may have taken profits for 145 pips. Right, so already there's been a 145 pip profit trade that I could have taken if I wanted to. Right, so you guys can do the maths on that. I'll let you guys do the calculations. But ultimately, this is how we work with market profile. So guys, this is the real deal. So if you're ever looking at this and thinking, right, this is the real deal, trading market inefficiency is the way forward. It's one of the ways you can attack the profile. Now there's several other ways, and I'm hoping to explore some of these ways as we develop and as we go through the podcast, okay? But most importantly, If you want to get to grips with market profile, initially get an introduction. I suggest claiming your Udemy course. So if you go to the website, you'll be able to claim the course on Udemy. It's only £20, guys. So it's not like an arm and a leg, but it should give you guys an introduction into understanding some of the mechanics that work with it. And it's up to you guys to get creative. You'll follow my podcast. You'll see how I work with it. Now, if you wanted a deeper understanding in terms of risk management and you want to be able to take a closer look at this stuff, then you should try out the client room, or you can go for our transformation program, which will give you a much more in-depth macro look, so you can actually look at longer term perspective, monthly profiles, and get an idea of the longer term stuff as well, and also build a very robust understanding in terms of fundamental market mechanics. So we're not just talking here about the technicals, but also understanding how economies work and how fundamentally everything grinds together in the financial space, how we add it all up. So the profile is one dimension, which allows you a quick way to make a decision, but also you should build your knowledge in financial markets overall. I can trade any market. As long as I got the profile technique, I can trade any market, and it doesn't matter which one. But what you don't want to be is in a situation where you don't know what you're doing, where you fundamentally do not understand finance. It's like trying to be a doctor, but you didn't do medicine. It's a bit insane, guys. So whilst I'm giving you the best hack in the business, right, but it's a good idea to get your own education. So again, if you are looking at the transformation program, then you should check out www.tradersclub.london. Okay, so that's the route in for the course. I will get it listed on the marketprofile.org site at some point, but meanwhile, if you want to check that out, just go to www.tradersclub.london and you can look at the transformation program from there. It's all the same loop, guys, but hopefully you should get a bit more information. And any questions, guys, don't hesitate. If you like what we're doing here, share us on Facebook, on social. We love to get the word out. Right, there are lots of people struggling. And there is no incentive out there to let guys know. It won't change a thing. Because you know, it doesn't mean the market's going to stop working the way it's working. And that's why market profile still rises above the rest. Any questions, guys? Let me know. Alright, awesome stuff, guys. Now to conclude, as you can see, my take profit is already hit. So, yeah, pretty much in the bag for me. So pretty good week, actually. So it took a while, but eventually got there. So for those of you guys who've been following the, I've done these videos as a trail, okay, because I'm doing them over a couple of days. As you can see, we are already at close to 362. My TP was sitting about here, so there we have it. So this one's done. I'm still waiting on the euro dollar trade, which is a different podcast, so we'll keep on following that one. But this one's done, right? So I'm in the bag already. And I shall be looking forward to the next inefficiency in the market. But we will be covering some other aspects, some a little bit more risky. So whilst you are watching this and thinking, awesome, but I do lose, right? So this is not going to be, this doesn't happen often. I think over the past couple of weeks, there's only been 1 and 2 gaps in value. Each of those were traded quite successfully. Like I said, they don't always happen straight away. But there are points where you can anticipate they're going to happen, and you can take advantage of that, right? But it's all about good timing, right? So it's all about good timing. So it doesn't take out the risk management element. You got to know when to do it. And again, if you want to understand the best ways to sort of tackle these kind of trades, again, I will always advise, join us in the client room. It's the only way. I do this every day, 9 to 5. You can get to see this, and this makes more sense. And I also do it on the day frame, so not just on the weekly side of things, but I get an opportunity to show everyone how I work with the day frame, right? So day trading is not for everyone. You have to have time. I do. If you don't, then concentrate on the weekly frame. You still get the same effect. It just means that you spend maybe 4 hours a week looking at the markets, even less in this case. To do these trades, it took me 30 minutes over the entire week. The rest of it is just monitoring and making this video. Right, so I've got too much time on my hands. In the day frame, you know, again, it's really looking at it at specific times, so it's no skin off my nose at all. That's why I use market profile, is because at the end of the day, I can get things done very quickly, and I can get on with my day. I do not intend to die in front of a computer screen. Okay, so largely speaking, join us in the client room if you want to know how the best way to tackle market inefficiency. So it's not just a get up and go situation, okay? It's all about timing, and I will walk you guys through that. But other than that, awesome stuff. Thank thanks for watching, and that concludes the podcast today. And 2nd of November, guys, and it's all done and dusted.